Hello, it's Jason Godbey for No Rest for the Weekend. We're back in the studio, and Yasin Lago is here with a quick review of One Battle After Another, starring Leonardo DiCaprio, directed by Paul Thomas Anderson, a movie that I've actually been wanting to see.
Personally, it's going to trigger and ignite and activate a bunch of people in a lot of different ways. For me, Paul Thomas Anderson sort of demands that you kind of give it a shot in some sort of form, some sort of way in your own time. Uh, this one is this one is a little bit different than his usual stuff. Uh, Even when he does, modern day pictures, they're sort of in their own sort of altered world sort of thing. This one it feels very much like it has its hyper reality elements to it. This one feels like it is very much politically of the time, right now, of the moment, and the hot, the hot button issues of the time. Mainly police tactics, immigration policies, and this such.
Break down the plot for us. Give us a little synopsis.
Okay. There are a group of American citizens who have become radicalized over the internment of refugees and immigrants that are coming into the country, how they're being caged in open-air prisons, and how the children and women are being treated and such. So they take it upon themselves to revolt in the classic 70s, the Liberation Army type of mentality of take it by force.
This is a militant revolt with weapons.
With weapons.
And this is all based on a book by Thomas Pynchon.
Yes, called
Okay.
Vineland.
Right, he's the guy who wrote Inherent Vice, but this seems very different than Inherent Vice.
It is very different I imagine for him, and very different for Anderson. The group called the French 75, which in itself you can examine the whole approach to, because the whole approach to even the liberal side of the fight, which in this case would be is different than what you're seeing now. This movie sort of puts the idea that Antifa is an actual terrorist organization. And terrorist organization, as in they terrorize the folks who are encamping the people, and then later on, who are funding these laws and this sort of new authoritarian attitude that's being applied to the police and the military, the militarization of all authority. As usual, like any one of these groups, there's a collection of individuals who have come together to do this sort of thing. And one of them is the bumbling, the hot mess that is Leonardo DiCaprio. In the movie, he gets the nickname Ghetto Pat. And because of his involvement in the group, because he supplies the red herring, he lights up the sky with a whole lot of fireworks. So they call him Rocketman. He gets that name. Somewhere along the line, somewhere in there, he kind of catches the eye of the more radical of the group, Perfidia of Beverly Hills, played by Teyana Taylor, who love her or hate her, you will not come out of this not remembering her. She is so strong and so forceful. I believe that she is someone that will both inflame and have you applaud her within the same scene. She's Anderson gave her some really good stuff, but she really does elevate the work. And everybody in it is solid. Benicio del Toro, he just saves everything. He comes right in, and where the story is, he's great. Regina Hall, always solid. She's fantastic. As far as I was concerned, the new girl, who though is on who's on the Apple Plus show Presumed Innocent, Chase Infinity. She plays DiCaprio's daughter. She's great. She is very, very good, very confident amongst a lot of folks that would normally, I would think, intimidate you, including Sean Penn, who, holy cow, when I say an otherworldly performance, I mean the man comes off so alien, so terrifying. You would think that they cut him out of Avatar because he would just scare all of the other like animals and villains away. He is so wonderfully over the top, and yet you understand him. You can almost you can almost touch him. You can almost feel this character that is bizarre. And I don't want to spoil too much about him, but he plays such an interesting just such an interesting dichotomy of a character that is both based in Aryanism and the neo-Nazi thing, and yet have an obsession for this strong black woman is, and I mean a sexual, when they first meet, the opening scene of when they first meet is unforgettable, hysterical.
Seeing the trailers for this, I remember the first trailer I saw, I was like, oh, this is funny.
Yeah.
Like, this has got almost like a Big Lebowski vibe to it or something.
Yes.
But is that the consistent tone or?
No. Paul Thomas Anderson does an amazing job of mixing dark melodrama and comedy and switching it up sometimes within the same scene. In this case, yeah, DiCaprio, he plays Bob like he's the love child of the dude and Jack Burton from Big Trouble in Little China. But mind you, his intentions are always, you always know where, no matter how crazed he gets, when he's trying to get the password from the organization. Now that he's gone underground, he's got to call them up and give them the password, and he gives them the password, and they give him the password back, and he gives them another password, and he comes back with the password. At some point, because he has spent years of pickling his mind in alcohol and marijuana, he cannot remember all the passwords and gets utterly frustrated to the point that he goes Karen and tells the guy, "I want to speak to your manager." It is there are moments in this that are so tense that you will be mad, genuinely mad. And then there are moments of comedy that I think are some of the funniest I've seen of the year. It's go see it. Is it one of the best of the year? I would say one of the best of the year. It's definitely one of the most compelling. It's going to be one of the most talked about. It should be. The promotion for it did it such a disservice, I believe.
It seemed like they were trying to sell it as being one thing, and it seemed very like comedic at first, and then maybe not. So
every trailer had a different tone to it, and in the end, it doesn't incorporate the entire. It can't, because the movie is so much that a trailer cannot really get across what you're going to really take in.
All right, so don't skip the trailer, just go see the movie.
As cold as you can. If you've heard this, great. If you hadn't, that's okay. Be prepared to be activated. Be prepared to be triggered, because that's what it's supposed to do on both sides of the aisle. Yeah, he doesn't hold back, and he's not necessarily kind or maybe even say favorable to one, but you get the idea of where he stands politically, Anderson. There's no question about that.
Yeah, man, I definitely want to check it out. I saw your review. We were running it on the site, and I thought it just looked. I was like, wow, that sounds really interesting. I definitely want to check it out. All right, so I'm going to wrap up. Thank you once again for joining us. For more content, you can always find these reviews at norestfortheweekendpodcast.com. Don't forget to subscribe to our podcast, the No Rest for the Weekend podcast, on your favorite podcast app. And if you haven't already, subscribe on the YouTubes, youtube.com/getbehindtherabbit. I'd like to thank Yasin Lago for the review, And for the BTRP Media Network, I'm Jason Godbey. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.
This is the BTRP Media Network.